Hey, good morning. Good morning. What's up, guys? Good morning. Let me grab a little Celsius, a little caffeine. There's about to be a press conference from the mass shooting from last night. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, guys. Like we have notifications either, so you guys have to help me out with the like button. We're up late last night. Yeah, no notification, gang. I want to make like an emoji or something for that. Like no notification, people come through, we spam the shit. Back then. Press conference hasn't started yet. They haven't even loaded up anything, so we're just getting everything set up. Gonna launch. Oh, I like this song too. I love it. Thanks. Oh, that reminds me. I gotta get my speakers fixed. One of the cords that was short. All right, all right. Good morning. Good morning. This was the shooting from last night, guys. This is the shooting from last night. We're up late. The details could change, but as of last night, I thought they said there was like 9 people, maybe more, shot. It's a chaotic situation that took place last night, and maybe even 2 shooters. At some point, they had even said they believed 2 or more shooters. It was a chaotic, crazy mess. So we're gonna see if we get more information today. I mean, we didn't even know if the shooters were caught. Were they shot? Were they dead? Were they alive? Where were they at? You know, nothing. And there was reports of like 1 deceased. There was a video that I posted. It actually wasn't even my video. I kind of like reposted it. I think it got taken down. The video was fine, right? They didn't take it down until I reposted it. Then they took that shit down. I don't know what it is with my pages everywhere. Everybody else can do it, but I do it. It gets taken down. I posted it on Twitter. I knew not to show that on YouTube. People were like, "Oh, come on, show it." No, no, no. I'm not gonna get the channel taken down. Not well, it wouldn't get taken down. I'm not gonna get a strike for it. All right, so we're gonna launch on the other platforms. Hopefully, notify people. Okay, that we're live. People start waking up. Well, actually, it's 11. I actually just kind of started waking up a little while ago. Let me see if we can get some news clips too from last night or this morning. See if they said anything. Get this thing launched. Okay, let's get the screen up. What a night! Oh, so for the people that missed it last night, I can play a little. Let me play this short little. Let me just show you what the scene looked like last night for anybody that missed it while we wait for them to start.
Have been shot, maybe more, near the Glendale police station. All of this information just coming into our newsroom.
So this is happening near 57th Avenue and Ocotillo. That is just south of Glendale Avenue. It's a big police presence. Ambulances on the scene as well. We are expecting a public information officer to speak to us at any moment.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and wait for that. We are getting set up, our shot. We do know that the scene is extremely crowded. Lots of police cars, lots of sirens, lots of lights.
All right.
Let's go ahead and send it to
thank you all for being here today, or tonight, I should say. My name is Officer Moroni Mendez with the Glendale Police Department. I am the Public Information Officer. My first name is spelled Moroni. Last name is Mendez. And obviously the reason we're here tonight is because of the chaotic scene that I have behind me just to the south. Pretty much at 7:45, we got multiple calls of a shooting that happened at an establishment just to my south, 57th Drive in Lamar. Like I said earlier, it's very chaotic. We have very little information that we can share at this time. We have multiple officers here on scene. We have detectives on their way. What I can confirm is that there are multiple people shot. I know you guys wish to have more. Unfortunately, there's not much more I can say for now. At 9:30 p.m., we're scheduled to have a briefing with detectives and investigators and officers, supervisors, pretty much everyone involved. And hopefully after that, I can provide more details to you guys. You guys might have questions. I'll do my best to answer them. Unfortunately, like I said, and I'll repeat, there's very little information I can share right now.
Is the area safe right now to the public?
It is safe to the public right now. We believe it is safe to the public, yes. The number is closer to 9 now. I can't confirm whether that is the actual number, but it is more than 3 now, yes.
Something with security shooting, the officers, and no officer fired right with the security shooting, or is it also?
That's a great point you bring up. No officers fired their weapons. This is not an officer-involved shooting. And as far as I was told, security was also not involved in the shooting.
Was there believed to be more than one shooter?
That is believed to be the case, yes, more than one shooter.
Can we just confirm again the location and the initial time of call?
7:45 p.m. is when those calls started coming in, and it's just to my south. There's an establishment down there, 57th Drive in Lamar.
Is that a bar?
What is the name of that establishment?
El Gran Camarón.
El Gran Camarón. That's the area by where the shooting was, near there or by there or at there. I don't know if that's where it started. Last night's shooting. Chaotic scene, and the whole weekend was full of shootings and violence. Really, it was a violent week. And I joke around sometimes on Twitter and I say, when it's like a slow day, I'd be like, oh, mostly peaceful day. Yesterday, I tweeted a mostly violent weekend, because that's what it was. So crazy, 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 crazy. This morning, too, by the way, if we didn't know, Diddy's jury selection for the trial is happening this morning. I believe I read last week it said it's expected to take a week. They should be starting next week with the trial. So that's happening this morning. Of course, Karen Reed is happening this morning as well. And now we have this press conference that's supposed to be starting in a bit. And they never really gave us an update last night. They never came back after this. Is these scammers calling me? Hello? Hello? No, wrong number. Okay. I was scamming the scammers this morning. They were calling me, so I was calling them back. I kept calling them back. I think they got tired of me. I thought that was them calling again. So yeah, last night was crazy. Let me show you some more. Well, let me just play this video on the side. Just crazy last night. Oh, they ended it. Damn, are they not going live? What happened? I sometimes wonder if these stations are trolling me. Did we miss it? No, they never went live. Oh man. But it says, look, it says 3 people were killed and 5 more were hurt. Let me see if I find out what else is going on with that then. They got me. Several victims. Oh, here. Oh, this was from earlier. They did have something scheduled for 11:30 and then they canceled it. What the? Come on, man. Oh, here it is. I found it. Oh, wait. 4 minutes ago. Is that it? They spoke for 3 minutes? Let me play this, guys. Yeah, there was a shooting. People died. Yeah. Thanks for coming by. What happened? All right, let's check it out. This happened 3 minutes ago. It was so short, if you blinked, you missed it. Holy moly. Oh, wait, I didn't mean that. Okay. Let's see what this guy had to say. This was a 3-minute video.
Even further, had this not been as close as it was to our department, this could have been a much worse situation. But again, there was a tragedy here where 3 people did lose their lives and 5 others were injured.
This is a relatively new venue, new restaurant, we understand. Have there been any other incidents here prior, and did they react in the way that Glendale?
Let me see if I can bump the audio a bit too. Hold on a second.
To your point, yes, this is a fairly new restaurant. There were other events here, but this is the first time, to my knowledge, that we've had to respond to.
Okay, hold on. I found a longer version of what just happened. Let's get the full press conference. I don't know what's going on this morning. Okay, here we go. This one's a little bit longer. And this is, I guess, live on the scene. Look at the crime scene this morning. Wow.
Yes.
Supposedly 3 people shot and killed.
is delayed, so is that going to mess anybody up? How long are they delayed for? Like a couple minutes. If not, I'll just, they can wait.
Yeah,
I don't care.
my mic's
Last
up.
night there was that weird confrontation too.
I'm sorry, set the scene.
On the scene with the streamer.
You want me to set the scene, Sarah?
He can wait or he can go now. That's what I said. It smells great, like always.
Also, thank you guys for bringing your drones down.
Hey, I don't know if you guys are
Scott Tess, good morning. And the latest information we just learned is that this was not just people inside of this restaurant nearby. This was a massive party out.
And I use that term very proudly.
Okay.
We're about to go live here with the press conference with the spokesperson for Glendale Police Officer.
We fast forward a little.
Good morning. My name is Jose Santiago. I'm here representing the Glendale Police Department. I want to first start off by saying that this was indeed an isolated incident, that there was no threat to the general public. We still do have suspects that are outstanding in this situation, but again, this was an isolated incident. This all started at 7:45 on Sunday evening at a concert that took place at the Camarón Gigante, which is just behind me here at 57th Drive. I can confirm that there are 3 individuals who died here at the scene. All those individuals are males. Their ages are 17, 21, and 29. I can tell you that the 17-year-old and the 29-year-old are brothers. I can also confirm that we have...
Okay, so brothers were killed? 3 killed, 5?
All those individuals are males. Their age who died here at the scene. All those individuals are males. Their ages are 17, 21, and 29. I can tell you that the 17-year-old and the 29-year-old are brothers. I can also confirm that we have 5 individuals who were injured in all of this. Those that were injured were 2 females. Their ages are 20 and 21. The other 3 were males, ages 20, 23, and 16. The 16-year-old was the most critically injured. We can tell you that that individual did have surgery overnight, but they are expected to recover from that incident. What I have been able to get from detectives is that, once again, this started at a concert here at the venue. During that concert, there were a group of individuals that began fighting. At one point, those individuals were escorted out of the venue. That fight escalated out in the parking lot, and those individuals began firing shots at one another. That's when this became a chaotic situation. I can tell you our officers were on the scene within 3 minutes of the first shots being fired, and everything was under control within minutes after.
Yeah, and I showed the event last night. There was a video that people had sent me, like an Instagram video of like the event. So I guess they got kicked out of that. They were arguing, fighting, whatever. They got kicked out of that event, and then it escalated to a shooting.
We are very pleased with how our officers handled the situation. But that said, we still have outstanding individuals out there that we are wanting to not only question, but obviously get off the streets. We're asking for any individuals who have any information to please continue to supply those. We know that there's a lot of social media videos that are being circulated. A lot of them have made it into our hands. We ask that you continue to go ahead and provide us with as much information as possible so we can get these individuals off the street. And once again, we do want the general public to know that this was an isolated incident. We do not expect there to be a threat to the community as a whole, but we do want these individuals off the street.
How many?
We don't know exactly how many shooters there are. We can tell you that there are at least more than one.
Multiple shooters, though, at the venue?
There were multiple shooters at the venue, yes.
And did these people know each other?
Yes, these are individuals that knew one another. We understand that there was a history of them basically having some bad blood between these individuals.
Lord.
That's how the fight escalated amongst them.
That's how these young people are. They really, or maybe just in general, they don't care about anybody. They don't care about anybody. They have no, I mean, I guess when you're young, especially, you would, but these older people are carrying on not any better either. The barbecue shootings that happen, these people don't care who they shoot, who they kill, whatever. They'll step on each other or bump into each other. Somebody stepped on somebody's shoe, and it's an all-out war, and people are dying. People's lives are worth sneakers, smudges, stains. You bumped into somebody. It's ridiculous. These people should be locked up forever because they're not going to be functional in society. They're going to kill somebody, kills kids, whatever, kill innocent random people. They should be, that's it. Their privileges should be removed. It's getting out of control.
And
they need a spanking. Where were their parents? Those kids, I'm not for corporal punishment, but maybe they should have got a fucking spanking and an ass beating when they were kids growing up. Because what's wrong with these kids?
Unfortunately, it escalated to the point where we have 3 individuals that died.
Does Glendale Police's investigation looking into the venue itself, how they handled that? I mean, you saw the videos on social media. Very large crowd of people. A lot of people look like they may have been underage at that time as well. So.
Underage too. What's up with that? They should need to look into that venue as well. What's up with those underage people and drinking and all this shit going on over there?
Excuse me. Does Glendale Police's investigation look into that venue and how they handle this?
I can tell you right now, the biggest concentration we have here is the homicide investigation. After that, we'll look into how the venue handled the rest of the situation. Our goal here is to make sure that we get the justice for those who have died here at the scene, and then we'll look into any other future violations after that.
Did anything happen inside?
Okay, we got 2 questions.
Did anything happen inside when you got?
As far as what we've been told, once the fight broke out, the venue themselves kicked those individuals out, and everything escalated outside in the parking lot area.
Do you know if any of those men who died were involved in the fight, or were they innocent?
We are still trying to piece that together. We are under the understanding that they were part of the original fight, but we're still trying to piece that together.
Could Glendale Police release any surveillance images of the suspects you guys are looking for?
Right now, we're working with our detectives to get as much information as possible out there. Right now, we were just hoping to get you guys enough information so that the public knew that there wasn't a threat to the community as a whole.
Have next of kin been contacted?
Right now, next of kin hasn't been contacted. Once that's been done, I will release information as far as the names of the individuals who have died.
Any reaction from PD regarding the ages of these victims? Obviously pretty young, many of them.
You know, it's heartbreaking anytime there's a loss of life, especially when you're dealing with juveniles of any type of form. But we're pleased with the response time that our folks had. We're pleased with the response time that our fire department had. This could have been a much worse situation. We're thankful that it didn't escalate even further. Had this not been as close as it was to our department, this could have been a much worse situation. But again, there was a tragedy here where 3 people did lose their lives and 5 others were injured.
This is a relatively new venue, new restaurant, we understand. Have there been any other incidents here prior, and did they react in the way that Glendale PD to this fight?
To your point, yes, this is a fairly new restaurant. There were other events here, but this is the first time, to my knowledge, that we've had to respond to an incident of this nature. We've never had a shooting or a violent incident of this nature at this restaurant. Again, right now we're concentrating on the homicide situation and getting those individuals off the street, and we're going to look into the actions of the restaurant after that.
Did any officers have to fire their weapons?
No, there were no officers that were injured. No officers had to fire their weapons. Everything was handled within a couple of minutes, and we're pleased with how our officers handled the
A
situation.
number of people were detained, Jose. Are those people cooperating with this investigation?
Everybody we've been talking to has been very cooperative.
This rare May weather we're having, is this complicating your investigation at all? Because all this is outside, obviously.
Yeah, this is a very wide scene because there was quite a bit of gunfire that took place. So yes, it actually does add some complications to the situation, but our officers are doing the best that they can.
Have your officers or investigators so far discovered or found out the type of firearms that were used based off the shell cases that were left behind, or too early to say?
That's too early to say right now.
How long do you expect this to still?
They're going to be out here for some time. I can tell you they've been working since last night, and they're going to be out here throughout the morning.
What information are officers still looking for at this point? What are we canvassing?
We really want to narrow down the amount of shooters that we were dealing with. They can tell that by the casings, the types of casings. So once we can,
still don't even know how many shooters. Damn, bro.
narrow down the
Well, I guess because it was a brawl, so at least 2 shooters, maybe 1 on each side at least.
different types of casings, we can narrow down the types of weapons that are used, and it helps us narrow down the amount of shooters that we're dealing with.
Thank you.
Wow. So they're going to be working on this scene for a while. And it's just a violent weekend. These people have no sense. Some people, they really don't care about life or anything. They have nothing to live for, no value, nothing. That's the only thing that's the only conclusions I can come to when you're so. I remember when I was younger, I was never wild like that, but I remember when I was younger, I wasn't so afraid of death or maybe that's not the right word. I wasn't so aware of my mortality as I am now. Like the older I get, I see all this stuff happening. I appreciate what I have. I appreciate life. I appreciate being alive. I appreciate when I wake up. I have maybe more awareness. It's not worth it to get into this or that. Things like that. These people just don't give a damn. They don't give a shit. They're just launching. They're shooting everybody. Kids getting shot. Everybody's getting shot. The whole barbecue's cleaned out, shot out. Nobody cares, yo. It's crazy. And I bet you it was over something stupid. Something menial. Wow. Oh, so that's the update with that. The update is there is no update. Well, I guess the update is there's 3 killed. I guess officially 3 killed. And who knows if, the other people that are in the hospital. Crazy, man. Insanity. And today's Cinco de Mayo, so who knows, man? Who knows what's going to happen today? I could almost see I wouldn't be surprised if there was more violence because everybody's going to be drinking. And I have noticed that, man, a lot of the stuff a lot of things that happen in life, some of the negative things, a lot of the times it's surrounded by alcohol or some type of drug or something. Gateway to hell. Or to let the demons in it, as that one guy that was succumbed to crystal meth. He told me this one guy said this guy used to work in the hospital. I remember he was seemed decent, like a decent person, and then he drugs got a hold of him. And before I left the hospital, he was a whole different person. I was shocked. And he had told me, I'll never forget, he had said something about you're opening up for demons or whatever when you start drinking or drugs or whatever. I don't know. So we got to do the daily checkup. Let's do the daily checkup of Shiloh Hendricks. I'm kind of curious to see her gift send go. So it's at 662, 662,000. So it has slowed down a bit. It has slowed down. She's still up there. I thought she was going to hit 700. Well, I think I said by today she might hit 700. She about 40, less than 40,000, 38,000 away maybe. I don't know if she'll get it today, but at some point she might hit a million. Them disabling the comments did slow it down. It did slow it down a bit. And more media has been covering it, the Shiloh situation. More media has been covering it, and I saw somebody on a talking about it, and they said that maybe the media is afraid to cover it because it's going to give it more attention, and maybe she'll get more donations, kind of thing. But more articles I picked up on it because the Washington Post now has picked up on it, Newsweek, People.com. So it has. I feel like it still hasn't gone like boosh, kind of thing, but it has gotten picked up a bit more. But there's still not like this massive like outrage, as these people would have this massive outrage about this thing. It hasn't really. There's been the outrage, but not like in mainstream as you would think. Just people, TikTokers, and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's Shiloh. Oh, there was supposed to be a protest. I was watching cinema, and he said there was going to be a protest today. I think like at 1 or something. A protest for I forgot who. Was it for her or for? It was an anti-Shiloh protest, I think. Yeah, anti-Shiloh protest. And the other thing that was sus. Let me tell you this. I'll tell you this because the other thing that was sus, and I did get this from cinema. The thing that was sus is the Rochester branch of NAACP closes fundraiser for child. I thought that was interesting. Why did they close this fundraiser? They closed the fundraiser due to the request of the family. Now, when they say close fundraiser, close it as in they closed it and everybody got their money back, or close it as in we ended it and we took the money and thank you, bye. It closed at when it was $341,000. Said it had been in contact with the family and they have not given any entity permission to speak on their behalf. The release went further to say any updates related to the incident came from the Rochester branch of NAACP. So I don't know. I wonder what happened with that money. Did it go back? Did NAACP keep it? Did it go back to the donators? And the reason I say it's kind of sus is because I feel like it almost seems like there's something up with that family. The only reason I say that is because they kept saying that child was not alone. The 5-year-old black child, can't talk, said it was not alone. But we never saw his parents there. We only saw this guy, the Somalian guy, for recording, and the white woman or Shiloh that was saying, the N-word. And so I never at one point saw any parent, because I think any parent would be like, yo, what's going on here? Like, hey, is everything okay? What's going if there was somebody watching this child? Now, Sarah Fields tried to say that, or she said that she spoke to the family, there was somebody there. I almost think it was one of those situations where, and this is just me speculating, maybe they leave the child there and the community watches the child. Or I don't know. It doesn't seem like to me there was a parent there. And then after all these days that have passed already, you would have thought somebody would have spoken up by now on behalf of the black child, besides the Somalian guy and the NAACP. Well, what about the parents? Nothing. You haven't heard nothing from them. So was this child really 5 years old, as they claimed? Was this child really autistic, as they claimed? And is there something more to the story? Does the family have a background that people don't want to be out there? Because once we don't know the boy's name, and he's underage, and so if the family came forward and talked, that everybody, the internet, would be looking into the family, looking into the background. So I think there's a little something shifty to the story. You know, I don't think she should have gone up. I don't agree with her going up to a kid and like whatever going off. I also said that I understand, like, some kids are rough and wild. Maybe, I understand maybe getting frustrated or whatever. And I also said if he really is autistic, I understand that too, because I have an autistic cousin. I know how those kids can be. They're all over the place, touching stuff, whatever. But there's definitely missing pieces to the story for sure, and it's weird. It is weird. And for the NAACP to just jump out to in front and just start collecting money without even collecting money on behalf of the family and the black child, and they didn't even give consent for that. They just went ahead and did it. The consent people just went and did it without consent. So, I don't know. It's strange. It is strange. It is very strange. So that's the Shiloh thing. I did get an email from my friend JJ Nobody. JJ Nobody sent me an article this morning at 9:50. I don't even think I can play this. I don't know. We'll see. Facebook has become so bad as far as like censorship and stuff. They're no better than like TikTok. Like, you can't say certain words, you can't post certain, like, everything is like it's a kids platform that kids don't really use. It's adults. It's ironic. Facebook is just like, oh my god. This lady, this was from 2019. I would say it again. Woman who used racial slur in a North Hills restaurant confrontation. She said she'd say it again. I haven't watched this yet.
A white patron at a local restaurant calls a black patron the N-word.
All of this captured on cell phone video that has now generated thousands of shares and comments on social media.
Oh, you're so stupid.
We tracked down the women in both sides of at a local restaurant.
WREL Sarah Kruger.
There's something weird going on with this article. Hold on a second. Let me refresh it. Like there's two things playing at one time.
A white patron at a local restaurant calls.
Oh, it's like weird. Something's up with the site. Let's just.
A white patron at a local restaurant calls a black patron the N-word.
All of this captured on cell phone video that has now generated thousands of shares and comments on social media.
Oh, you're so stupid.
We tracked down the women in both sides of this video.
WREL Sarah Kruger talked with them all. Joins us now live in Raleigh. Of course, Sarah, this happening at a Bonefish in North Hills, right?
David, that's right. It happened right here yesterday evening during happy hour. The woman who used the racial slur told me today she will not apologize for her language. And in fact, she said she would use the same word again.
Like everybody.
You guys can't hear it on Facebook?
Cell phone video shows an encounter between customers at the Bonefish Grill in North Hills.
This person had the audacity right here to come to our table and tell us that we are the rudest people that she has ever met. Look at her.
Then the woman, who we now know as Nancy Goodman, calls another customer the N-word.
You're too loud.
We're too loud.
In your opinion. Let me show you my money. It's just as green as yours. Right. Oh, you're so stupid.
We found Goodman at her home.
I'm a 71-year-old woman who lives in Raleigh. I suffer from tremendous anxiety.
She says that anxiety and the women's behavior pushed her to act as she did.
I'm not going to say I'm sorry to them because they kept pushing at it. So, and that's all I'd really like to say.
What about your use of the N-word?
I used that word because they forced me into it.
Do you see how that's incredibly offensive?
Yes, I do. That's why I said it.
Oh,
I would say it again to them.
Wow. Wow.
Use that word again to you all.
Wow.
Wow. That's sad.
Shonda Stewart is the one who took the cell phone video. Her friend, Lakeisha Shaw, is the one who was called the racial slur.
I don't care how you feel like we should have been acting. If I was standing on the table with 3 heads in a purple jumpsuit, nothing justify you to come to my table and call me a stupid.
Goodman says she regrets not asking management to tell the women to be quiet, but she made one thing clear.
So you're not sorry about saying the N-word?
No, no.
Oh, shit.
In a statement, Bonefish Grill tells us we do not tolerate hate speech or disrespect in our restaurants. They added that they are reviewing the incident to see how they can do better at de-escalating situations in the future. David.
I think people have just gotten so desensitized too, I guess. Damn. Lord almighty. My bad to Facebook, Twitch, and all the other platforms. I didn't realize I have to be mindful of the audio software, the audio settings on the other, because I'm using 2 streaming things now. And I had to switch. I forgot to switch. Maybe I'll just post a little clip after the stream of the presser. All right, let me see what else. There is another story too. There was something that kind of caught my attention as I was scrolling last night. When we were covering the shooting, there was something. There was a news clip that started playing, and it was in Arizona as well. And it was this family that their loved one had. I guess they were murdered. I forgot the story. What happened? What stuck out to me is that it was in the courtroom. They had an AI like speaking on the behalf of the past one, so that the AI was literally looked like him. I guess they used the same voice, and he was talking in the courtroom. I don't know if that was just for victim impact or they used him as a witness. Imagine if they can use witnesses. Like, you get killed, your family member gets killed, they upload the information or what you take your, whatever your characteristics, and then they have this person AI in the courtroom, your dead loved one. Some people had mixed feelings about it. It was very, I don't know. I was kind of taken back. I was shocked to see it. The judge said he liked it. The family said they were happy, though. I saw this morning. I was scrolling. It says, violent humanoid robot snaps, attacks factory workers in wild video. Robot revolution. The robot started snapping. Help! Help me! Help me! Where's the video, though? I don't see no video on here. That's the problem. Let me try it on a different browser if the video loads up. I want to see the robot revolution. No, it's warm, but there's no video attached to the article. The rise of the machine seems closer than we might think. Freaky footage. Oh, it's on an X clip. Okay, let's see. Oh, shit. I'll just take off the music. Oh, that thing started going ham. Wow. Oh, shit. You better run. Things had enough of the abuse. Motherfucker. Wow. I guess it's luckily they had him dangling. If it wasn't dangling from this thing here, maybe he would have been able to attack. This thing just all of a sudden started swinging, got up, started moving around, almost got off of the hook. He was literally targeting the guy too. He kept turning his body. The robot's body was turning. Wow. Sarah Connor is back. The robot deleted the video. Oh, man. Crazy. All right, let me see what else. Anything else this morning? Just to tap on everything we can real quick, and then whatever happens today, we'll come back. Gears of War Reloaded, multi-platform release. That Gears of War game, years and years ago, I used to love that game back in the day when the first or second one came out. I haven't played it in a very long time. They just dropped Gears of Reloaded comes to PS5 August 26th. Why even talk about it? Got so much time. August 26, 2025. The game will be across multiple platforms: Xbox, PC, PlayStation, with day one availability on Xbox. Oh, it's on the Game Pass. That's cool. I think I canceled mine on it. So the original exclusivity to Xbox has ended, making this title accessible to PlayStation users for the first time. I wonder what are they gonna redo the graphics? Or are they gonna I guess they're gonna buff it up? Is it a whole new game or oh, it's remastered. Okay. How much they charging for that game? All right. So that's coming. Oh, I did see something about Trump too. I did see something this morning about Trump. They've been talking about this, I guess, for the last 2 days, but this morning it's really kind of gaining some traction. So they're saying that Trump is apparently starting a meme coin. And so I was wondering, I guess he can do that. There's no legality behind it. There's no legal issues. He posted it on his page. He posted it on his page this morning. He had a dinner. He had some type of dinner, and it says $ Trump gala dinner, fight. And they're saying this is I guess it's going to start May 22nd. Get Trump meme coins. So they're saying he's going to get a lot of money out of this. You think it's going to be a rug pull? That would be dirty as fuck. I don't do the meme. I should try something. I don't know about meme coins. I don't know enough about that. So many people get scammed with the meme coins. But he could probably get a whole lot of money from doing that. You're bragging about donating a $400,000 salary while using the power of your presidency to promote a meme coin scheme that will rake in tens, if not hundreds of millions of dollars for you and your family. This is sickening and so sad for this country. The twin brothers. So that was Brian, and now comes Ed. So Hunter Biden working for a Ukrainian gas company is corruption, but you profiting off of a meme coin sales to foreign governments, individuals, and companies who are looking for favors is just normal business as usual. I don't know. This is interesting. I don't know. I mean, I won't be getting the meme coin, but I mean, I can see people jumping on this to try to You think it's gonna be a rug pull, Alan? Oh, I could see people trying to drop money in. That's what ends up happening too. What I've seen a little bit with these meme coins, everybody tries to get in as quick as possible to try to get as much money as possible, and then pull out as quick as possible before the drop starts. You know, everybody puts in and then pulls out. No pun intended. And so I can see people trying to damn, Trump is doing this, trying to, they want to drop in the money quick, throw some money at it to see if they can get something out of it. This thing, as soon as it opens, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be mayhem. Yeah, you can't, if you know what you're doing, disabled daddy lifestyle still can make decent money. I think that's what they try to do with that Haley girl. They try to make, well, the problem is, and again, I'm not really somebody to speak on this, somebody that knows this stuff. But the problem is they talk about inside trading and insiders and people, they know exactly when it's going to drop before it's announced it's going to drop. And so they're the first ones doing it or something like that. And then they know when they're going to pull out behind the scenes before it actually starts happening. And so the people that really going to make money, they'll really make money. But there's people on the outside too. There's people that watch this stuff and do the same thing. So the people that are probably going to suffer are the regular people that don't know so much or are kind of just trying to make a little bit out of it. But that's the big thing everybody's talking about today. I as soon as I saw this, I was like, oh, there's going to be some backlash. Trump denies claims of profiting from Trump token. The Trump token is up 20% over the last month, according to market data. He denies it despite reports of significant earnings from associated wallets. That's the other thing, too. These people track. They're experts of this shit. They track the wallets and all this stuff. They investigate all this stuff. I don't know. So that'll be interesting to see, I guess. I guess it's already active. The way that article reads, it's like it's already an active coin. I don't know. Trump National, Washington, D.C., May 22nd. GetTrumpMemes.com. Hello? Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Let me see. Anything else? So I'll probably be back in about an hour or so, a little bit more than an hour. I think we're going to be back with some update. I got to look into it, though. I got to read up about it. So I think we will be doing another update a little bit later.
I have a quick question for anyone who voted for Donald Trump. What are you going to tell your child when they come home from school crying because their best friend was just taken out of their classroom by an immigration agent?
Stop breaking the law, asshole!
Stupid. Okay, I guess that's it. Kanye West released some song called Hail Hitler.
Matrix, where the fuck's my nitrous? I am a cock, I like when people fuck on my bitch.
All right, I guess that's it. Wow. Child actor Milena Brando dead at 11 after at least 12 cardiac arrests. Wow. Oh, they're gonna remake the American Psycho. That might be cool. I really hope they don't take a woke or liberal. Keep it good. Keep it. I mean, it's a classic movie, American Psycho. The White Lotus star Patrick Schwarzenegger. Gotta be careful how I say that. Schwarzenegger is campaigning for lead role in American Psycho remake. I'm just not feeling like killing today. I think my favorite part of American Psycho was the bathroom scene. I think, and they put a song to that too. Oh damn! We might have to jump on another stream right now, Pippin. Oh, they've been sitting on for 30-some minutes. I don't know if we should jump on. Maybe we should. Maybe we should. Oh, murder suspect. Oh, yeah, we should check this out. We should start a new stream. Check it out. Oh, maybe pull this up real quick. Yeah, American Psycho. There's a bathroom scene. I can't even play it, but I put my makeup, my face on every morning. I do my routine. Yeah.
Care of myself. Get a balanced diet and a rigorous exercise routine. In the morning, if my face is a little puffy, I'll put on an ice pack while doing my stomach crunch. Then moisturizer. Then an anti-aging eye balm followed by a final moisturizing protective lotion.
Bro, this guy's morning routine. Oh my god.
Of a Patrick Bateman. Some kind of abstraction.
Some absurdity.
There is no real me.
Me.
Only an entity. Something illusory.
illusory.
And though I can hide my cold gaze, and you can shake my hand and feel flesh gripping yours, and maybe you can even sense our lifestyles are probably comparable.
I simply
am
not there.
There.
Die, romantic. There's a song. I forgot what song it is. All right. So let's cover this situation now. Let's take a look at this. There's a manhunt. I said I was going to come back in an hour, but I guess we're coming back now. And hopefully I'll launch with the proper stuff. I'm going to end the streams, the Twitch and all this other stuff, and we'll start a proper stream for the platforms. Boom, 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 boom. Die, romantic. We only have 500 people here? Oh, I guess because they figured I'm done. All right, we'll start a new one, though. Texas. All right, I'm gonna transfer you guys. We'll jump on for a little bit and check out this story. There's currently a manhunt happening right now. So I'm gonna redirect people because I don't think we have notifications. I don't know. I honestly don't even know. I think I even stopped tracking it now. I'm just like whatever. We're just jumping on live. But let me just redirect you guys. I'm gonna jump back on in a second.